Good afternoon, welcome back. My last video, when I got it put together, it was 50 minutes long. So I had to split that up. In the one I posted, only 30 minutes, it was about the seeds, new varieties for 2022. And then I put together a video. There's 3 shrub varieties that I have, 2 of which I had to stratify, and so here's the recording I made of that. Sea buckthorn. This was the one that I was waiting for, and so as soon as Incredible Seeds got them in, I said I'd better grab it while I can. Sea buckthorn, you know I already have one out there. It's a female, and so I tried that twice and I only got the one to grow, but I'm trying it again because the one that is growing very well. It's a very heavy producing nitrogen fixer. It produces these little orange berries that are said to have 30 times the vitamin C as an orange does. It's already in zones 3 to 8, so that upper 8 one means it does need a winter rest. And its growth, they have a range between 0.5 and 6 meters. That's a big range. 0.5, you're talking 1.5 feet, and 6 meters will be 20 feet. I think the smaller end is probably in places that's very windy or as very shallow soil, and the height that I'm expecting, and if you have decent garden soil, you should expect, I'm thinking 3 to 6, so 10 to 20 feet. The record for these, however, was 18 meters. Every 3 meters is 10 feet, so that's 60 feet. Chances you're going to get that is very slim. Goji. You know, there's actually 4 goji plants out there. There's 2 goji chinenses, which I grew from seed, and they're not doing very well. There's goji firecracker, so firecracker goji from Vessie's seeds. I bought 2 little plants, and they're coming along, kind of struggling. So when I went on to West Coast Seeds website, they had this one. It's the Shanghai Express. Goji chinensis and the firecracker goji are already to zone 3B. So this one is already to minus 20 Celsius. That's minus 4 Fahrenheit. That would put it in zone 6. We don't normally get lower than minus 20 around here, but with those peaks in the weather, as you know, and dips, it is possible to occasionally get it dipped down. In 2019 we had 2 nights that were minus 28 and minus 27. So it is possible, and if that should happen, I would get winter kill on the top of these. If you got good snow cover, you can protect these in the winter, and then that would bring you down to a zone 5, or if you got good protection, even to a zone 4. You just need that snow cover so your roots are not experiencing that cold. Spice bush. Spice bush is a lovely native woodland shrub that works well in a border, at the edge of a forest, or in naturalized areas. It prefers moist locations, in part to full sun. So up on the top hill, down where I tried to grow Carolina allspice, they might grow down there. I have 15 seeds, so if I get 15 plants, I'll probably put 4 of them down there close to the bog. It grows to 10 feet with pretty teardrop shaped leaves. Clusters of tiny perfumed greenish yellow flowers bloom along the branches in early spring before foliage appears. So it comes out with the little greenish yellow flowers. I got a bush out there similar to that before the foliage appears, and then you get these little teardrop shaped leaves. These flowers give way to bright red drupes, so not a lot unlike the goji with respect to the fruit. They're ripened up in fall, so give way to bright red drupes in fall, while the leaves turn a yellow bronze hue. This one requires 120 days cold stratification. And this one requires 90 days cold stratification. So to get them in the soil and starting to grow by the time I want them to, I have to put these in stratifying now. That's why I'm doing the video now, of course. So, as I was saying, goji, timing starts seeds indoors 6 to 8 weeks before last frost. So I don't have to stratify those. These, sea buckthorn, seed treatment. Soak seeds 24 hours, follow with 90 days cold moist stratification. So that's what I've got done here. I've been soaking them, and now I need to put them in the fridge for stratification. Spice seeds requires 120 days of cold stratification, and it didn't say whether it's supposed to be dry or moist. So I went online and checked, and yes, you're supposed to have them in moist paper towels or soil or whatever you choose. I've shown these on other videos. When you buy, well, it's a normal size coffee can, I would assume. If you were a person who drank a lot of coffee, you would buy this, it's not a gimp, but getting close, coffee can. They all got about the same size of lid. I have another lid to a different one here, and I couldn't find it, but it's the same size. As for the lid on this size, you see it's a 907 gram, that's 2 pounds from the round butter lid. It fits real nicely. There are some other things, you like yogurt lids that are about the same size, but they're not quite. They're a little bit slack. That won't do because you want it to have a fairly good fit so your seeds are not drying out. So, no doubt you've seen the paper towel method. That's the one that they use, and they put the seeds on a paper towel, they fold it over and put it in plastic baggie. But I sew these lids to do that. Now this is just water I'm spraying on this. Come on. Be that as it may. I'm going to drain out some of that water so I can get the seeds out of there. They've been in here actually 2 days, but you can see all the coating. Well, you can't, but there's scum in here, which is the coating on the seeds. And I put every seed in. What I'm thinking is that, how much it says approximately 50 seeds, germination 60 to 80%. So 60%, that would be around 30, right? I don't need 30, but these things I can grow up to at least to the point that I know whether they're male or female, but I should be able to grow them to fruiting age till they get their first set of fruit in the pail, not having to plant them in the ground. That way, once I've proven that they are producers, here in Newfoundland, I would already have plants ready to go. Got that idea from Sustainable Holly. She's a channel down in Perth, Australia, and she's really into going beyond permaculture and really being really sustainable as well. She put out a video, 100 ways to make money off your homestead, and one of them was growing fruit trees out to fruiting age. So what you would do would be to buy these little small fruit trees from the mail order nurseries, and you grow them up in your backyard. Once you start producing, you'd sell them for a profit. And I thought, you know, if I wait till I've proven the plants, then I still have to wait for to grow some more out if I'm going to grow them to sell. However, I have the land. If I grow 50 plants out to fruiting age, if I only want 4, I've got 46 plants there, either in containers or somehow situated that I can easily dig them out, ready to go when I can show other people that it's actually worth them having. So spice bush, it says approximately 15 seeds. See, I haven't opened these. I got these a little bit ago, but I didn't open them. And then the other day, like I said, I was looking through and I'm like, oh, I'd better deal with these. And you can see them through there. It's they're size seeds. So basically, as you've seen, I took just the one smaller size paper towel off the roll. You split it in half, and because my spray bottle's not working, I've got to pour some of this on there. You just pour enough on to make the entire paper towel wet. You make sure you don't put on too much so that everything is just sopping. So you said about 15 seeds, eh? If I want to try again, I'm just going to buy some more seed. In my last couple of years of trying, well, as you would, you'd learn, right? So every year you get better at it, and I think I am fairly well set up this year to actually get good results in starting trees from seed. And I'll take these. I have to put a label on them. Make sure you label them. Even though it's obvious to tell which are which there. Sugar beets, if you've been watching the videos, you know that I harvested my own seeds. The first time was 1,640 seeds, and I done a second harvest and it was pretty much the same. And so I stirred them well in here, so there's, for the most part, it's all uniform. It's not bunching up between branches or between the two different harvests. And I'm going to put 20 seeds in one of these capsules and see how many sprouts. There's one lady lives close to me now that I know was interested in growing some sugar beet seeds because she's seen my video on making molasses. I don't know if she was, because both I and her was looking for them then. I had my own seed, but I was trying to see if I could find them for her online, and we weren't successful at the time. Whether she found them afterwards or not, I know that my seeds are pure. How much they will sprout, that's the question I can't answer until I test them. So that's 20, and we'll find out what percentage of them will sprout. These now, I just put them over there on the shelf in the grow room. It's warm, and if they're going to sprout, they'll sprout. Since I had to split up that video, it's been 7 days now. Beet seeds take between 5 to 12 days to germinate. This one you might not be able to see the little radical sticking out right here, but he has germinated. It doesn't look like that one is germinated, or that one. This one is a smaller one, so maybe I shouldn't have included it anyway. And this one. I have 4 seeds here that hasn't germinated out of 20. So in 7 days, I've got the 80% germination. I'm happy with that. And I'm happy that you decided to come along and watch this video. Thank you very much. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you want to follow along, make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you in the next video.